field.
That would just not make sense. Even less sense than the last pick with Zest. Here's Billowy. You see his stats against Terran. Not so many games played. He's only lost one game here, so not much to watch.
Yeah.
And not much to prepare for.
So we are going to be seeing a Terran, it appears here. It's got to be TY, not Flash yet. Flash is for DRG.
Yep.
But you know, at the same time, like DRG is quite good at Zerg versus Terran. Maybe they want to use somebody else. I just keep feeling like Flash is the guy that I would want to send for DRG.
Yeah.
It's a tough call.
It feels right.
It feels right.
Yeah.
Nothing else to say about it. All right.
Who's it going to be?
Who is it going to be? Which one of these two Terrans?
TY.
Okay. Now this makes sense.
Okay. They
Crowd
put their
goes
thinking
crazy.
caps on. Everybody is so psyched to see TY play now. He has an incredible record here in Pro League, 11-3 and 6-2 in Protoss TVP rather. And
now I mean, I look at this matchup more one-sided than I look at the Zest one, right? I mean, TY is excellent against Protoss. As long as he doesn't do that weird Widowmine drop that doesn't work anymore.
Oh God, please no.
Then I feel like he's like already won the game before it even starts. That's how favored he is. Can Billowy play a matchup he's not very strong in against the player who's the best in Pro League in TVP and hope to defeat him in a straight up game? I wonder what Billowy's planning right now. Like if he's thinking about doing like a Void Ray all in, or if he's going to do oracles, or what his plan
I think
is.
we're going to see some kind of timing, some kind of cheese here to Billowy. He's got to do something like that. It just makes sense. I gotta wonder if MVP was even expecting to see him go this far, because now he is in his third game. And he's probably not prepared for this, but who knows? I'm very curious to see what we're going to see.
Well, the map is loaded. It's in fact Frost, a 4-player map, so maybe they wanted to use TY on a more stable map for his style rather than put him on a 2-player map. It's really, really hard to say. TY, one of a few Terran players to recently qualify for Code A, so we'll be playing in WCS Korea coming up next season. I'll be casting that. You guys should check it out. But players are in the lobby, ready to go here. The countdown has started, and if TY fails here, is there any hope for KT, man? With so many other good players still on the bench for MVP, I don't think so.
I don't see it. I don't see KT winning this if TY goes down here.
He needs
They're already
to win.
in a dire situation.
Yeah.
He needs this win.
He really needs it, man. He needs to bring that momentum back for his team. It's not going to be easy, but at least he's now playing the matchup he's very comfortable with against a player who's not known for being able to play late game. Let's jump into this game, our third game. See if MVP puts one more nail in KT's coffin or if TY is going to bring it back.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here in the top left on Frost, in the red for KT Rolster, the Terran player, the Protoss killer, TY.
Down to the bottom right in teal for MVP. He's taken down 2 players. Can he miraculously defeat TY? It's Billowy, former OGS lure, the wildest cheeser in the East.
Yes, we are in Asia, we are in the East. This is going to be good for TY. They are cross positions. It's going to be very hard for Billowy to get across the map. Of course, Protoss does have the mechanic where they can warp in. It does make their attacks very aggressive, but he has to find them first. We're not going to see any proxies, of course. It will be incredibly hard to do on this map, so Billowy is probably going to wait until a little bit later.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if he just like does the same build again.
I just keep thinking about that that new naming system. I see at the top of the mini map, round 2 bronze. You know, bronze has such a negative association, such a negative connotation in StarCraft because it's the lowest league in 1v1. That it just does not seem like it's a good thing at all. If anyone attaches bronze to anything StarCraft related, it's like, wow, he's bronze, you know. Wow, these teams are bronze. Like, that's not good.
It's funny because our finalist here is going to be gold.
Right.
So it's like, well, it's not so good either, but
gold just has a different feel to it to me. Like when I see a player with a gold border, I get this feel. But when I see like the word bronze,
Yeah.
written like that, I'm like, ooh.
It's like, oh god.
Like, man, you gotta.
What are you watching?
MMR up, man. Like, so we are cross spawns, and this is TY's. It's not his map choice, but he's been chosen to put on this map. It's not the GSTO format exactly. So as a result, you know, he's planning to play a build on this map against a Protoss. Probably was hoping that it would be Super and not Billowy that he was sniping, but he goes CC first here. And drops double barracks follow-up.
Yeah, very normal follow-up. So far, Billowy is actually doing the same exact order, same build order. Not going for the gateways just yet, so don't panic, but I don't think he's going to go for that build. It would be very, very surprising.
Right.
Looks like he's going to drop this Nexus, so.
Yeah, he's going to drop Nexus, cancels the Zealot to get those extra minerals back, to make sure he's not eBay blocked, and there's no sort of cheese coming his way. I really love that's actually become a norm in this matchup to actually start a unit and cancel it, like 100%. It's like a concept that we've never really seen before in any other matchup, where you just you're like, okay, well, I need the Zealot maybe. There's no other unit I'm going to make or any structure except the Nexus that costs 400, so I'm going to need those minerals back. But if I need the Zealot, I don't cancel it. If I, it's not like you're losing anything to have that Zealot in production and then you just always cancel it. It's a really cool concept.
Just a safety net.
Yeah.
If it does come to fruition that your Terran opponent is possibly going for 2 barracks play, you're going to need those units. But like you mentioned, does cancel it. TY is going to get the scout now. He's going to see nothing cheesy just yet is happening.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary in here. And that's all he wants to see. In fact, he just walks away. Looks like he's going to swing around for a second time just to make sure it's not canceled. But that Mothership will probably see this. After the vision nerf, it can't quite see it right now. He's actually just going to lurk back there. Okay, the Stalker sees, he realizes. Gonna try to block him out here. Could have tried to use that probe to fight as well, but regardless, I mean, he's not seeing anything.
Yep, doesn't see anything. Does see that the Nexus is completed, but I don't think it's too strange to see that go down.
Now, as far as I can tell, Billowy doesn't even know his opponent's spawning location. Starts a Robotics and a Twilight Council. When I saw the Robotics, I thought, okay, maybe he's going to try to do an Immortal Bust or something aggressive like that. Because, again, I just cannot imagine a world in which Billowy adds Robotics and then just, like, makes Colossi and takes the third base safely, Creator style. I'm like, no, that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that as well.
It could be a DT drop, like, delayed here with the Observer coming out. Again, I know, like, if you're watching it, it's like, oh, Wolf, like, it could just be an expand, man, calm down. But I'm like, well, this is Billowy, guys. Like, it can't actually be an expand. There's no way. Okay, so Blink gets started.
Blink gets started right away. No DT is going to come out just yet. 2 gateways were also added, so he's going to have a bunch of gateways coming around here. And he's going to add a pylon over here, making the rush distance a lot closer.
Now, there's a fake Blink build that's been going around that you guys have probably seen, and you know, if you're a Terran player, you've probably like brought your Kleenexes near your computer to cry after you watch it. It's because it's so beautiful. Where you attack, with Blink Stalkers, just a few, and then make a third Nexus. This is almost the opposite of that. This is like showing an Observer and getting Blink out, and then attacking after he's like, oh, okay, it's not a Blink Stalker all in, and then you attack with a bunch of Blink Stalkers later. I don't like this build because it just feels like, see, like he sees the Robo and the Observer, and he's like, okay. Oh wait, does he see that Twilight Council?
I think he does. It was on the edge of the. Yep, he does.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Sees everything. He knows what Billowy has in the base. Knows what is going on. The only thing he did not see was that extra gateway on the edge there.
I wonder what he's thinking is going on right now. Like, he pushes out. He might be thinking, oh, okay, you also have like 2 Forges in your main base. You're playing super greedy. And Immortal goes down. This is a weird build. This build doesn't really make sense to me what Billowy is doing. Now his pylon has been scouted.
Yep, that's unfortunate. The probe is going to get away, so it's not going to go down. Could possibly build other pylons here.
Yeah, he already has another one up, a little bit closer by.
And he starts another one over there, but it does get scouted again by that Marine. May cancel that one.
I don't think he's going to cancel it. He's not making any probes at home. Oh,
2 Forges go down. That's weird.
This build doesn't like fit the grooves of any other contemporary Protoss versus Terran build, but at the same time, let's look at the numbers here. I mean, his worker count is decent at 46 to 42, but that's still pretty good for the Terran player. He has Blink Stalkers to deter drops, if he decides to take a third base. The double forge and the constant pro production means an attack is going to be very weak compared to what it could be. But he's forced these bunkers, and he may be able to pick off some SCVs here. He's certainly not going to end the game with this. I mean, with only 13 Stalkers against this many Marines and Marauders, he has 7 Marauders on the map right now. I'm not seeing it. He's now supply blocked as well.
It's not going to happen. This one Marine was able to take down that pylon, which actually did supply block him, like you mentioned. A bunch of these units, you know, come out on the map. It could just be fake pressure. I think that's possibly what it is. I mean, he's just going to come to the front of TY. You know, TY does not know about the forges. He's going to come up here and be like, oh, look at my units. You know, I got an Immortal here as well. I got my Mothership Core with this army as well. You got to be safe. You got to be scared. You got to build bunkers. You're not going to get your third base up. All the while, Billowy's getting +1/+1 really fast with Chrono Boost. He has not expanded yet, but he's rather going for a bunch of tech instead.
This is one of those builds that at the very certain will make TY confused. He's probably wondering what is going on right now. You know, he's moved across the map. He kills the Observer. I think he's trying to decide, like, do I want to attack you right now because you're being greedy? Or do I want to, like, run back and jump in bunkers because you're going to kill me? It's extremely hard for me to tell what you're actually doing right now. There's no third base. There's no scout for TY on the third base either, so he's got to pressure at least that location to figure out what's going on. He scans a second time. You guys can see at the natural on the minimap to kill another Observer. So he's eliminated a lot of those. That kind of hurts his mineral mining in the short term, but does help him clear up vision. Yeah. So now he comes over here, sees no third base, and he's probably wondering, you know, what exactly is the plan here for Billowy?
Well, he has seen that it's not an attack out of Billowy. Billowy actually blinks forward, takes out a medevac. Very nice there. Wants to fight this. He has the Colossus in his army, and TY's a bit scared. He starts backing off, a bit indecisive. Another blink forward by the Stalkers, and now the Colossus fighting. TY's got to be careful.
Beautiful control here by Billowy. I'm actually really impressed with this game. Now he's about to have 1-1. Tries to pick off this medevac, does get it, wastes 2 Stalker volleys. Concave here for TY, but excellent control on that Colossus. And with the 1-1 upgrades here, he's actually having a decent fight. The Zealots take out the last of those units on the right side. Stalkers are blink forward, and TY is in a bit of trouble here. Now, killing that Colossus was really important. Had he not done that, things would have been pretty dicey for him. But as it is now, still, Billowy has a third base that he can secure basically for free since he's killed so many of those units. And he's got 2-2 upgrades started. I'm wondering what the plan for TY is going to be next. It looks like he wants to parade push across. He's even repairing his medevac right now because he knows his medevac count is so low he cannot afford to lose those.
Yeah. He does have this third here. Could go over and drop that at the third and just try to lay back for a bit, but you know, you went over this before. Billowy's in such a good spot. He has the upgrades coming out. He's the 2-2. TY only has 1 engineering bay. He's getting that +2 to attack right now, and Billowy's going to get further and further ahead. He's going to have the tech. He's going to have the third base up sooner. He already has that mining. He has those probes going there right now, and TY's got to make something happen. He's got to do some damage, or he's got to, you know, get that third base at least.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like looking at this game because it's such a funny game compared to just how this matchup normally plays out. You have to look at everything a little bit differently. You know, just these little things, right? Like the fact that there's still 2 bunkers up for TY. Like they're still there. He's like so scared. It seems to be he's got no confidence here.
Yeah.
Like he's like never sure if at any moment Billowy's just going to kill him.
And this is very different from the TY we saw at the beginning of round 1. He was one of the most confident players that we saw. Always was very defensive, very confident in his play, especially when he played against Protoss. But here he's like a little bit taken aback at the build of Billowy, and he's just like confused about everything. He's just not confident. You can see it in his play. Billowy is actually impressing me so much with this play.
Oh my God, gonna catch that medevac here potentially as well, forcing some kiting here, and there's a group of medevacs now going to the third base, so this could be an opportunity for TY, but it's gonna have a heavy cost. He's losing so many of his units right now. 2 Widowmine shots kill 2 Stalkers, it looks like, but how much damage does the triple drop do? That is the big question here. He should easily be able to target down the Nexus. He's getting a decent amount of probes as well.
Yeah, and there's nothing back here for Billowy. He's got to warp in, but I don't know. It looks like he might just go for the attack. That's what he is going to do. He has a ton of these charged Zealots here. Oh, man.
He's Hanarabiing it, man. A base for a base here. He's actually going to go 2 base for a base now. Chasing those units up the ramp. Warp ins of units over here trying to help out, and it looks like with the Mothership Core and that Colossus he does, and he traps those units on the ramp, but the Vikings have the great angle here. The Colossi are shooting at supply depots. That's not what they want to fight, And it looks like the Zealots are going to eliminate most of the SCVs, but those high-tech units are gone. Can he force field that ramp again? Vikings now landing. So many Protoss units are falling, but TY, I don't think he's getting the better end of the trade here.
It doesn't look like it. Another warp in coming in here. It looks like he will push him back for now. It looks like there's a bunch of those Zealots that, yeah, here they come into the army right now, but they're going to be cut off here by a bunch of these units of TY.
Don't forget the upgrade advantage here. 2-2 upgrades on these Zealots. The Immortals actually fighting against these Marauders. It looks like he's going to finally clean this up. But what cost, Brendan? You know, now,
huge cost.
Now we're at a situation where TY has still 3 command centers, but can he deal with this Protoss army? And now what does Billowy do? Does he try to force his way in and end the game with these Archons?
He has to do this. I mean, he has the Colossus. He has those 2 Archons and 2 more on the way. Oh man, Billowy could actually just kill him here. He's got a forward pylon now. Third base barely mining. He's putting down his own third base at the same time, Billowy is, but this attack could actually maybe just kill TY.
Oh, TY and KT fans holding their breath here. Great position on the ramp. That's all he's got going for him. 3 Vikings here trying to kite a Colossus. The Archon comes through, doing so much flash damage. He's broken the ramp, and here comes that time warp. And oh no, Billowy is going to defeat TY here, it looks like. Takes a 30 supply lead. The Vikings are falling like flies, no longer useful. And it looks like this is curtains for TY.
Oh my god, man, the chills are
back. The Zealots are dancing in the base. He's done it. I cannot believe what I am seeing, Brendan.
I can't believe my eyes right now. Billowy has taken down 3 KT members in a row. This is Billowy we're talking about. He's actually doing this. So impressive.
He's doing it, man. And here we go. More Archons being warped in. He's taking his 3rd Nexus again, by the way. He's maynarding probes right now, so he's got something to fall back on if by some crazy miracle TY pushes this back. I don't think he's going to be able to do even that. Here come those High Templar. They don't have Storm, but he's hitting feedback, so the medevacs are the only thing keeping TY alive right now.
They really are. I mean, there's just too many Zealots here. He's going to have to kite for his life, but he's already taken so much damage. You guys see the supply. He has 11 workers and a lower armor supply with that.
There's no way.
A chair breaks in the studio. So surprised at this game.
Yeah.
TY is just gathering himself. He scans.
Yeah. He scans, and that's going to be it. You know, he just wanted to see. He clicks on the mineral patch, and he's like, oh, okay, you just got that. You just had way more units than me. My trade with those 3 drops was not worth it comparatively to the damage that I took early on.
Yeah, and the upgrades were so good as well.
GG. Mind Games 101 here with Billowy. 3 games in a row. 1 more win to all kill to pull a Zest in a round 2 playoffs.
This is crazy, man. This is Billowy. I mean, the control we saw out of this guy, the confidence you see in his play. This is just not what I expected. This is insane.
Well, I feel like the play that we saw from him was so non-standard that TY did not know what to do. He just couldn't read him. There was almost nothing to read. Let's walk back to the beginning, okay? Robo into Blink, into not really attacking with Blink, into having 2 base and going into Colossi with late Forge upgrades. TY's like, okay, well, I can't take a 3rd base right now, and I gotta like put 2 bunkers up, but I can't really attack you. He attacks and loses units, and he's like, oh, what is going on? You still have a 3rd base? I don't understand. Suddenly Colossi with 1-1 upgrades come out, and then 2-2 finishes, and Billowy has played a